Hello, I'm Green.
I'm purple.
Welcome back, Green and Purple. We're back playing Dark Souls today, and we're here at our giant blacksmith friend. And I forgot, he's the one that makes the boss weapons.
Hi. Yeah, I assume so.
So basically, with the Soul of Sith, you can actually make two weapons. Well, technically three. You can make a Great Sword of Artorias, or you can make the Great Shield of Artorias. The problem with the Great Sword of Artorias is that it requires high stats in like 4 different stats, which most people don't have because you specialize in 1 or 2 things. But it's actually a really good sword if you can wield it properly. But if you just like do it like with my Zweihander or any normal sword, it's actually a like corrupt Great Sword of Artorias, and it handles a little differently. To make the true Great Sword of Artorias, you have to do a plus 10 like broken off sword hilt, like the weapon you start with at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
You have to use that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make the Great Shield of Artorias, and to do that, all you need is a plus 10 shield, normal shield, and the Soul of Sith. So we'll make Ascended to Great Shield of Artorias. And so once we've made that, let's find it in here. So yeah, it's a special weapon that uses Demon Titanite, which is dropped by those Titanite demons that have been crawling around. I should have enough Demon Titanite here to upgrade it all the way, but I probably don't have enough souls to upgrade all the way, because any of the ones that use Demon Titanite use a lot more souls than the other ones. Like the other ones only cost 200 souls on top of the Titanite requirement. But the ones with Demon Titanite also only go up to plus 5, so it's not all the way up to like plus 15. So we'll get a couple on there, and then I'll probably grind some souls between episodes somewhere to get it all the way up to plus 5. So our Zweihander, yes, here I'll go ahead and equip it. Our Zweihander is plus 10 right now, which is the highest we can go at this point in time. The problem being that to get into the plus 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, we need a very large ember, which we can only get from New Londo, which is where we're going to go next. It's the area that we needed the Covenant of Artorias to fight the boss there. But you don't need it to just go through the area. It's the one we've kind of passed through it a couple times. It's the one that's right underneath Firelink Shrine.
Okay.
So the reason why I wanted this sword and why it's my favorite sword is it's kind of in like a really good sweet spot. Because basically with shields and... Did I say sword? I meant shield.
Yeah, okay.
Reason why I like this shield and why I always try and get it, at least with my tank characters, is it's in a good sweet spot. Basically, the 2 main types of shields you have in Dark Souls are medium shields and great shields. There's also some small shields, but that's mainly only for like thiefy type characters, using it for parrying and whatnot. But most people use medium shields. They're the most common. It's what we've been using this far. But now this is technically a great shield. And the thing with great shields is they require a lot more strength to wield.
Oh.
They're a lot heavier. But they also have a lot higher stability.
Mm-hmm.
And stability basically means whenever I get hit, but I'm holding my shield up, a higher stability makes me lose less stamina from the hit. Which is really useful. And also, so this great shield is in a really good spot because it weighs a lot less than all the other great shields, or most of the other great shields.
Mm-hmm.
And it also doesn't have a ridiculously high strength requirement. So, but it still has a much higher stability than most of the medium shields, so it's kind of in a good sweet spot. Plus, it has really high, like, other resistances. Like,
I'm equipping it.
So like it's got really good resistances across the board, and like here we can just show the stability. Like this is the Silver Knight shield I was using before, had a stability of 64, and then this is already at an 88, and it's not even finished. You know, we haven't even upgraded it very much. So it's just a good shield. I keep wanting to say sword, but it's not a sword, it's a shield.
It's like how you keep wanting to call me Steven.
Well, I call him Caleb too, so it's just cyclical. So let's go ahead and head down to New Londo, because like I said, to upgrade our weapon the rest of the way, we have to go down here, find a very large ember, give it to Andre, and then he can continue. And to get it, that'll get it up to 14. To get it to 15, the final level will need a Titanite slab, which there aren't very many of in the game. You can get one from finishing Sieg Meyer's questline, which we might try and get, but again, it's really convoluted. The easiest one to get is we can go back to the undead asylum that we started the game at. Someone's calling Caleb. We can go back to the undead asylum that we started the game at, and we can kill another version of the first boss that's there.
Yeah.
And then he drops a Titanite slab. What do you got? Okay, we need those.
Don't know who was calling.
So the thing in this area is there's ghosts.
Ghosts! Ghosts! Ghosts!
Yes, exactly. There's ghosts here, and you can't hit ghosts normally.
What?
And so we either have to have a holy weapon. There's a specific type of weapon you can have that'll hit them, or you can just use these transient curse items that allow you to hit ghosts for a short amount of time.
Or we can get Ghost Adventures down here.
Get Zach, whatever his name is, to come help us.
Yeah, Zach will take care of him.
Don't worry, he knows what he's doing.
Ooh.
Oh, hi! Ohio. What does Firekeeper says? We need those. But see, they don't have much health once you can hit them. But they can just kind of like come through walls.
Yeah,
and they can stun lock you pretty good, so you gotta be careful.
That's what happens when you're incorporeal.
Yeah, we gotta be real careful here because we can just like fall off into the water. So you have to keep an eye on where the water is. Our first goal in this area is to drain the water. Boo, 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 boo,
I hope it wasn't work calling me.
Can you come in? No.
Nope.
Bye.
Yeah, I've stopped answering calls from them.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
I was like, either you make it go to voicemail, or because one time apparently they called me, but they didn't leave like a message or anything.
Right.
And I was like, don't get mad at me because you didn't leave a voicemail. You called.
Yeah, that's the
you
thing.
called me at a random number. Like, isn't there? Because I have my workplace's number in my phone, so I know when they're calling me. But like sometimes, apparently, some of the higher ups just
Use
call.
their own phone.
Yeah, they like use their own phone or something. I'm like, I don't know this number. Don't call me on it.
That's the thing. Like, you know, maybe if this was back in the 60s or whatever, like you usually just picked up anytime someone was calling you. But I get so many crap, you know, sales calls nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not gonna answer a call unless I know who it is.
Is it always like this lady that calls you?
Like the sales calls?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've answered any of them, so I can't remember. But I think
Ah.
yeah. See, they do that. You just kind of smack the wall, and then you can usually get them. Sometimes the lady. A lot of times it's like automated messages.
Yeah. That's one. Yeah, that's for me. It's the same anime lady. She's just like, "Hi, are you a homeowner?"
I thought you were gonna. Are you a homosexual? If so, we got a deal for you. Come on down to Gary's Gay Warehouse. Man, I'd go to Gary's Gay Warehouse. Sounds like a fun place.
I mean, the guy's name's Gary. How can you...
How can you not trust someone named Gary?
Gary Oak.
Well, we try not to talk about him. Bailey's barking at something.
I'll go with a Bulbasaur. I'll take Charmander.
I'll take whatever one screws you up.
Okay, Gary.
Thanks. I thought we were just having a nice little ride. But yeah, screw you. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Glad we established all this. Glad we got it all out in the open. Okay, so yeah, this house is kind of a ghost nightmare.
Man, look at that.
There are just ghosts everywhere.
Look at that. Oh my god, look at toast. Oh god, Dark Souls, keep it together. It can't handle all the ghosts.
It can't. Oh, I think one of them like parried me or something. Something crazy. Get out of here. Get out of here. I think we just like aggroed all the ghosts at once somehow. So the good thing with the ghosts is they do usually drop these transient curses, so you can keep hitting them, which is good. I think the switch to drain the water is up here. Maybe this is just the go up and find out. I'm trying to remember. New Londo's always a spot I forget where everything's at. Oh, there's an item over here. Oh, it's a bow. I'm definitely gonna use that. Again, it's like if you know how to make a ranged build in this game, you can be super broken. But if you don't, it's just worthless.
Oh,
Contraption does not move.
it's locked.
That one's locked.
The next one just says, "Go yourself."
The next one just says, "Hey, why don't you go back to Pansy Land? You're pansy." And you go, "Oh."
Remember in high school you used to call me a pansy a lot?
I did. And I stand by. No, I'm just kidding. I stand by my judgment. You really didn't like it.
No.
Caleb used to get like, "Hey, don't give me a hug. I don't want it." That's not a hug. I don't want that either.
What the?
Hey. Oh, my transient curse wore off. That's the right word. Hey, leave me alone so I can heal. And so I can use another transient curse so I can kill you. Oh, didn't take.
Annoying.
There we go. Where are you? You're in the wall somewhere. That frame rate.
Man, it is not like this area.
Yeah. The PC version of Dark Souls, like, it was super broken when it first came out. Like, it just had a ton of problems because FromSoft had never really developed for PC before.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, hey, stop. Now, like, there's a bunch of mods that have come out for it that have fixed a lot of the issues, but there's still some problems with it.
What were you saying, by the way?
What was I saying?
I'm talking about, you can call me a pansy.
Oh yeah, Caleb used to, like, if it was anything, like, I was just calling him a pansy just because it was, like, one of the only, like, insults I could think of that, to me, didn't even really seem like an insult. It was just like, you're a flower. But, like, I think it was just like because I think pansy as an insult is supposed to be like, oh, you're just a wimp.
Yeah.
And Caleb really didn't like it anytime someone like said he wasn't like strong or whatever. And I was like, I didn't mean anything by it, but it's one of those things where you like you realize something that like really irks somebody. This guy, he's fine. He's friendly.
You sure?
You it's like you hit a pressure point you're not expecting, and then you're like, oh. And then I was kind of a jerk, so I was like, I'm gonna keep.
Yeah.
Say, August, you have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard.
Okay, he knows.
This is the key to the sea.
Hey!
The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Cool.
You're using big words.
So yeah, this is basically like as far as you can go in New Londo without the Lord Vessel from Anor Londo. But once you have it, then he'll give you the key so you can open up the floodgates. Whenever we come back, we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll go a little deeper into New Londo. Bye, all you pansies.
See ya.